There's a paradox at the heart of modern life, and if you're watching this video, I'm going to guess that you have felt it even if you haven't had the words to explain it. You see, we are, by nearly every metric and standard, the most educated generation in all of human history. Ours has issued more college degrees, distributed more information, and provided more access to more content than any other people group or generation who've ever lived. And yet, we all feel the burden that something is profoundly wrong. Not only do we feel this intuitively, but studies confirm it. We are more anxious, more distracted, more confused about fundamental questions of meaning and purpose than almost any generation before us. When Nietzsche pointed out that God was dead, that Europe had lost the source of its vitality and was suddenly facing the nausea of nihilism, that was 140 years ago, and we've only plunged significantly deeper into the abyss of meaninglessness. Or to say it another way, we know abundantly more, and we understand significantly less. Now, the ancient philosophers had a word for the kind of knowledge that actually matters. And the Greek word was Sophia, and our word translated is wisdom. Sophia wasn't fundamentally facts or information, and it wasn't solely skill, and it certainly wasn't credentials. Wisdom was the capacity to apprehend what is real, to love what is good, and to approximate one's life accordingly. And the great tradition of the West, from Plato to Polanyi, maintained with remarkable consistency that wisdom is not the accumulation of disparate facts. It is, however, something that must be cultivated in every human being. Wisdom grows slowly over years through disciplined attention to the right things. And if there's any merit to the research cited by the social psychologist Jonathan Haidt in his writings, what's happened to us is that we've actually gotten cognitively stupider. And that's not meant to sound unkind, it's just an honest report on the condition of our culture and our culture's ability to think. And what's happened is that we've been trained by our screens, our institutions, and our economic markets to optimize for information retrieval rather than soul formation. We've been taught to scan rather than read, to consume rather than contemplate, and to acquire knowledge rather than be transformed by it. And the result's what C.S. Lewis called men without chests. We're a people who know the facts but have no trained loves, no ordered desires, and no moral imagination capable of perceiving goodness and beauty as objective realities. And again, that description was Lewis's diagnosis of the 1940s. It's a flattering portrait compared to what we are now. Now, with all that doom and gloom hanging over us, I still genuinely believe that our condition as a culture, as a people, is recoverable. And so, if you would, join me in thinking about it for a moment. The tools are all still there. The books are all still there. The great tradition, or what Robert Hutchins called the Great Conversation, that nearly 3,000-year exchange between the greatest minds of the Western world about the things that matter most, well, it's still there. And it's waiting for us to pull up a chair and join it. Now, personally, I've spent 30 years in education as a teacher, as a pastor, as a scholar, and now as the president of an online institution that serves classical Christian families across the country. I've earned a doctorate in the humanities, I've edited a journal of classical Christian education, and I've recently published 2 books. One on the recovery of classical Christian education, and the other a devotional commentary on Paul's letter to the Romans. Now, why do I tell you all that? Well, I promise you it's not because I'm wanting to brag or impress you, but only to tell you that I am not offering you a theory. I am offering you a practice, a way of life that I've been striving to live, a way of life that I've watched transform old and young students. It's a way of life that I believe with everything in me can transform your life too. So in the next few days, I'm going to drop several videos, and I'm going to share with you something that I've been developing for some time now. It's a course that right now I'm calling the Christian Humanist Reading Life, or as a subtitle, Recovering Wisdom in an Age of Digital Noise. This is a 6-week course. It's live in community, working through the ideas and practices that make a genuine intellectual and spiritual life possible, regardless of your background, your schedule, or how long it's been since you read a serious book. But before I tell you about the details of the course, I want to share something with you in the next video that I think, or at least I hope, will change how you see this entire conversation. It's about what actually happens in the soul of a person who recovers the reading life, what gets transformed, and why. And I think it'll surprise you, or at least it's going to encourage you. So watch for the video. It should be in your inbox tomorrow. And if you have a question, or if something I've said here already resonates with you, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll read every single one. I'm Scott Postma, and I will see you in the next video.